Whether it's your passion for grisly crime dramas,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday wherever you guys are at. Y'all know what it is, our weekly Wednesday presser. Jimmy G, Davante Adams should be coming up in about 15 minutes from now. Do me a favor, those coming on in, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Salute to Franklin Skinner. He just pulled up. Appreciate you guys. We do have a lot to talk about today. There actually is some breaking news within the last hour, actually. Chandler Jones. Yes, that Chandler Jones, he's been placed on the non-football illness list due to the ongoing issues that have been going on with him, the more off the field issues, obviously, because he has not been practicing. He hasn't been on the field for any games or anything recently. So this just came out oops, hold up. My bad. This just came out about an hour ago. He's been placed on the team's non-football illness list and will be out indefinitely as he deals with personal issues. This was reported by Ian Rappaport of NFL Network. Jones previously was inactive, as you guys know, for the last 2 games and has not practiced this entire month. It's a personal situation and a private matter. Per Josh McDaniels, he said in the presser a couple of weeks ago, we have dealt with it and I'm not going to talk about it. Remember, we did the live where he had shut it down. Jones recorded 4.5 sacks in 15 games for the Raiders last season, his first with us. Look, can't say I didn't see it coming, but at the same time, does this mean that the Raiders, the front office, Josh McDaniels is trying to distance themselves from this current situation? It's very hard to say. There was an article that I saw earlier on heavy.com with a potential trade proposal between the Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it would be a DN for a DN. Oh my God. Barnett, I can't remember his first name right now. I'm sorry, guys. But there were talks about him being disgruntled in Philly as they have a very huge depth at the defensive end position as they are constantly rotating these guys, and he has only been on the field for about 30 snaps so far this year. Last season, he did only play 1 game after suffering an ACL injury. I don't know if it's something necessarily that's going to happen, but it's something that I was reading about probably within the last hour or so. In other NFL news, and this actually happened about within the last hour as well. Bears defensive coordinator Alan Williams resigns, says to take care of his health and his family. I'm taking a step back to take care of my health and family, he said in a statement. I appreciate the opportunity to work with the Chicago Bears, a storied NFL franchise with a rich history. His resignation comes just 2 games into the season. He missed last week's loss to Tampa, and it was due to personal reasons. It's kind of weird, again, 2 weeks into the season, but look, if it's health issues, personal issues, thoughts, prayers, strength, and faith with you and your family, you're not a Raider, but you're still in the NFL, still means something. Shout out to Primo, shout out to Gunsmoke, shout out to J Rose, shout out to Carrie, shout out to I Am Punchy, and shout out to number 1, 2, 3. Let's get this up real quickly. We already went through the welcome. We already went through some of the NFL news. And again, we are waiting on this presser. I do have YouTube up. It is slated for 5:45. Do me a favor, y'all. Those that are coming in, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell. Couple of days away from homecoming, our home opener versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will be out there in T-minus 2 days, and whoever's out in Vegas, hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun weekend. We had the blackout party. We have the tailgate, a party bus, and the tailgate at Allegiant. I can't wait to be out there with my brothers, and it's going to be a lot of content creators out there that I always love having the opportunity to hang out with. So Cannot wait. Shout out to Fitz. Shout out to Oos. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to who am I missing right now? Shout out to Mitch. Shout out to Chugs. Shout out to Graf. Am I missing anyone right now? Shout out to Kenny King. Shout out to Marquette King. Shout out to all you guys. Cannot wait to rock with you guys this coming weekend. Much love to each and every single one of y'all. Shout out to Chad. Shout out to Junior in the chat. Okie. Salute Hammer. Did you check out the comment section on the Chan post about? No, I did not. Oh God, wrong one. I was looking at the wrong thingy. I did not. Look, this situation right now has gotten a lot worse, and it is a bit disturbing. At the same time, like why does this stuff always happen to us? Like, it really is the ongoing thing. Like, why does this happen to us? It's a tough situation right now, and clearly, like, we're seeing all this stuff, and some of us, we made the assumption that it definitely is a mental health thing, and it sure as hell at this point. I think this is what, week 2, week 3 of this ongoing situation. It's definitely a mental thing, and I really hope that he gets the help he gets. I hope this organization helps him in getting the help that he really needs right now, and continued prayers for him, man. Like, again, I said this a couple of weeks ago when this thing first broke out, that mental health is something not to be taken lightly, and it is a serious issue among people around the world. Like, it is a serious issue. Let's see. Josh Sullivan said FBI raided his house. What? I don't know about that. I haven't seen anything about that. Salute to Sean Johnson. Was the guy Philly? No, it was something Barnett. I'm telling you, I looked at this article. This was like an hour and a half ago. I want to try to find it again. I don't know why it was like it was in a search or something, like, and all of a sudden I can't find it now. Let me see if I can find the Eagles roster, and we'll have this conversation. This is definitely a good topic of discussion right now as we wait for these guys for the presser. I'm going to try to pull this up real quick, and we're going to have this conversation. And we will be live again in another 2.5 hours. Me and Graf will be live doing our call-in show, Beast and Best. Sorry about last night. Had some issues I had to take care of, so it's all good. Let me find this depth chart for the Eagles, and I'll be able to better tell you guys who it is. Derek Barnett. There it is. I knew it was something with a D. I just couldn't remember. So let's get into this. Because like I said before, in regards to right now, his play time has been non-existent. He definitely wants to be traded. He's not happy. And I kind of understand, like, you have a lot of depth right now on that defensive line around those edge rushers for the Eagles. And it's a constant rotation for them. I'm trying to find it now. Here we go. So this season, and he has not played many snaps, but he only has one tackle. Granted, two games, but again, he's really not getting a lot of playing time right now. I'd be just as frustrated. I do believe he's in the final year of his contracts. He's been in the league for 7 years. All 7 with the Eagles, 96 solo tackles, 53 assisted, 21 and a half sacks, and 2 fumble recoveries, and he has won 1 Super Bowl. Now, do we take our shot with this and go, do we go end for end? Again, this could be a guy that is realistically a rental. Are the Eagles willing to take the remaining of Chandler Jones's 2 years on his contract? Do we have to put in some type of draft capital as well? I think the draft capital wouldn't be that much anyways in regards to Barnett. Again, this is a guy that's been in the league for 7 years. Last season missed due to an ACL injury. Do we really want to take that shot? Like, I might put that in the chat for you guys to answer anyways. But this is just something that, again, I read earlier. Maybe it was clickbait, whatever the case may be. But again, I stated a couple of minutes ago that the Raiders have placed Chandler Jones on the non-football illness list due to, it says personal matter. It's due to this ongoing situation, this ongoing off-the-field situation that has been going on with Chandler Jones for the last 2-3 weeks. So, bro, no one is trading for Chan. J-Ro, look, like I said, this was something that I saw. I pretty much sympathize with you. And hey, I if I was in that position, if I was a GM, yeah, red flags are already up. I don't think I'm taking a flyer out on him. I wouldn't anyways. Shout out to Carry the ticker tape on the bottom of the screen. Nice and sleek. Good look. Appreciate you guys. You can see on the bottom of the screen the week 3 schedule as we are officially in week 3. Let's see. Chen is difficult. Yeah, you're right, Bearded Goon. You're absolutely right. Let me start highlighting this chat. I have the chat like on a different window, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to go back and forth, but I really don't care. I do this for you guys. You know what it is. Shout out to Daniel Samano. Salute, salute, salute. What would you take a shot at free agent? I don't know why anybody has not picked him up, Sean, and shout out to him. I don't know why anybody hasn't taken that shot for Matt Leonidas. Like, I thought that, in my opinion, he's a very solid defensive lineman. And Oki just sent me something. Let me take a shot. Let me take a. Oh, look, what is wrong with me today? This just goes to show this has been a very long day. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning. What the hell? I'm posting free game until I see Larry Fitzgerald. And this is Chandler Jones again. I'm not going to really show all this stuff. But this is just, all right. There's a couple of different threads and stuff going around right now on his Twitter account. And I don't know, man. Like, we saw yesterday, you saw, oh, I was hacked. Like, I will be the first to say that I did think maybe when the things first started happening, yes, it was a hack, but clearly it was not because the stuff has kept going on. You see these weird cryptic videos, the video of him flexing where he looks terrible. Like, he came into camp and it was like, okay, he dropped some weight, he shredded. He'll be playing edge. He'll probably be doing that hybrid thing with the edge and the outside linebacker. But now, like, dudes, I'm telling you, this is a scary, scary situation. Isaac Walker said, "Put Wilson at DT." That's the other thing, man. So many people. And Wasted, I love you. You're my big bro. Like, you know this, bro. But everybody's already up in arms about Tyree Wilson, right? Tyree Wilson was not presumed to be a starter right away, especially when you have Max on one end, you have Chandler Jones on the other. This situation with Chandler Jones has kind of already been an issue in regards to the development of Tyree Wilson. At the same time, Tyree Wilson missed the entire offseason. He missed OTAs. He missed the preseason up until the very last game against the Cowboys. Like, Tyree Wilson is still trying to get his legs back under him, get familiar with this system. Also being not familiar, but he has to develop he's got to develop his skills at the next level. He's got to work on certain movements, certain stances. Like, everybody's already up in arms with him after just 2 games. You have to let this kid develop. And because of the unfortunate circumstance with Chandler Jones, they're throwing him to the wolves already. We saw Kuntz last weekend as well. I was not impressed with that. Like, Kuntz was a guy that I had as a guy that was not making this 53-man roster. And some of the run plays to the left, some of those little screen passes, the little swing passes to the left, it was Yannick Ngakoue 2.0 all over again. Like, dude could not cover the run. I get where some people are frustrated, but you have to give this time. Again, during the live, while we are doing the game, people are already going off the deep end. It's 2 weeks. I can tell you that when we did our predictions of our schedule a couple of months back, I didn't really see us beating the Buffalo Bills. Now, the game that they played Monday night against the Jets, there's a huge difference there in regards to the defenses, our defense and the Jets defense. And this isn't an insult, but right now it's reality. The Jets do have a better defensive line than we do right now. They do. And these first 2 weeks, yeah, we're not putting the pressure on the quarterback like we should be. And it starts with the interior. I was under the belief that Patrick Graham got everything he wanted. I was very optimistic and very excited to see what this defense can do. We saw all these pressers. We heard all these pressers throughout training camp, and how everybody is holding themselves accountable. How these guys are building each other up. And like last weekend, it's like, what the fuck? What happened? What are we doing? But we have to give this time. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, this team fucking sucks, our season's over. And that's what a lot of people were doing. That's what a lot of people were doing. People that claim that they've been a fan of this team for X amount of years. RELAX. Relax. Let everything run its course. It's only 2 weeks. I was talking to the guys in our group chat earlier today. We were talking about this upcoming matchup against the Steelers. And I'm under a suspicion right now that Kenny Pickett, I am under the suspicion that he is probably going to get a little rattled. And I think you might see 2, maybe 3 turnovers from him this coming weekend against us at home. But we shall see. Let me just go through the chat real quick and just see what everybody is talking about. And again, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all in here. If you haven't already, do me a favor, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell. On that road to 10K, y'all know what it is. I don't have that thing up today. I'd rather just talk. Let's get through this. Waiting for the start of this presser. And I do have some other things I want to talk about, especially after the Monday night game that I watched. But let me just check the chat real quick. Hunter needs to go as well. They do not know how to use him. Another thing, you know what? We will have this conversation. You know what? I'm going to stop with the chat for a sec and let's have this conversation, because as it stands right now, and again, it's only 2 weeks, Hunter Renfro only has 1 reception right now. This was a guy that under John Gruden's offense, third and Renfro, you knew what it was. Last season, battled injuries, probably one of his worst. Another guy that got an extension, and we thought that maybe he was going to be traded one way or another. Oh, he could be used as draft capital. Hey, maybe we could have used him and another pick and got that 3rd overall from Arizona. Maybe this was going to happen. Like, it was a lot of different what if, woulda, coulda situations. We still could trade him by the trade deadline, but right now, him not being utilized is a bit weird. You brought in Danny Amendola as a coach for this team, and I was under the belief that, hey, a guy like Danny Amendola, a slot receiver, pretty much could learn a lot. Hunter Renfro could have learned a lot from him, and it's just like, why are we not utilizing this guy? But we, again, shall see. We got a couple of weeks before that trade deadline. We shall see what happens with that one. Definitely. Shout out to Lawrence Timothy. I still think I still think Jones's issues or situation is a mystery. What is the problem with him, really? We don't know. And again, we really cannot make assumptions. But again, some of the stuff that he's putting in his stories, the tweets, like, it's disturbing. That's me putting it nicely. It's a bad situation right now, but it's also a very delicate situation because, again, nobody knows what's really going on with him. Yeah, I put that up. It happened about an hour ago. Yeah, it happened about an hour ago. And Tyree ceiling, again, you got to give it time. Like, this dude is a specimen. I said that there's a good chance that we could see him move back and forth between the edge and the interior because of his size. We just have to let this kid develop, and we have to give it a little bit more time. Nobody, including myself, expected to see him starting right away. And again, because of this unfortunate circumstance, he was thrown to the wolves way too prematurely. That's the best way to put it. He was thrown to the wolves prematurely, and it's not right that everybody's already coming at him. Raiders will beat the Steelers 17-14. Okay. I would love to trade for Daniel Hunter, though. We have to see what these possibilities are and what this team could be doing in the next few weeks. You know that I've said that I don't want to sit here and talk about predictions. Oh, what do you think the record's going to be? No, I'm not doing that because I would much rather assess the first three, the first 4 weeks to really tell you guys what I think. So after the Chargers game next weekend, I will be able to tell you this is what I'm going to put it on the table and be like, this is exactly what my prediction for this season is going to be. But I really hope things turn around quickly. Like, to see Jacobs do what he did this past weekend, negative yards, bruh. But again, this is another guy, and you guys know I love JJ. At the same time, you held out as long as you did. You finally came back to the facility the week of week 1 against the Broncos. Bruh. I wish that a deal would have been done a hell of a lot sooner. Maybe he would have been there a hell of a lot sooner. But again, this is another one that's trying to get the rust knocked off of him right now. You hear the reports about Cam Akers. Like, what are we doing? We're talking about another running back. Why are we not talking about a defensive tackle? Come on. We're not a Super Bowl caliber team, but maybe a fringe playoff team. I don't see why not, bro, but we shall see. Shout out to Sean Johnson again. Hammerwood's crazy. A lot may not show. This will be Jimmy G's first snap in Allegiant Stadium as a Raider. Gotta be the longest if you count preseason without playing in your home stadium. That's true. That's very true. Shout out to Will Singleton. This should be a right game for the Raiders defense. The Steelers offense is one of the worst in the league. We will see what. And Dan, this is exactly why I'm under my suspicion right now that I do believe that if our defense steps up and shows up Sunday night, that Pickett is going to be rattled. We are going to see 2, maybe 3 turnovers from him alone. Still waiting for this presser, guys. It is now, 5:51. You know how they drag. This is exactly why I wanted to come on. And last week it was on a hell of a lot earlier because they were practicing in West Virginia. So I'm glad I was able to come home and go live for this today. And I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that are in here right now. I think they brought in Danny Amendola to help Hunter Renfro pick up. Oh my God. Really, Roman? Really, bro? I'm not highlighting that. I think Tyree is not healthy. But that's the thing. I still believe that he's just trying to physically get back into football shape. And everybody's already dogging the kid. Like, come on, leave him alone. I'd give a second for him, but maybe I'm second for who? I did see Tyree chase a play down, though. It made me smile a little bit. It was I do remember seeing that. Tucker or White got running yardage. Tucker on that jet sweep. And look, I said it between DeAndre Carter. Those are going to be the gadget guys. Those are going to be the guys you see on bubble screens, on end arounds, on jet sweeps. Great run there by him. Like, I'm excited for this kid out of Cincinnati. I really am. And things could only go up for him. He really has some really great speed. I do believe they said he had the 4th fastest speed in the first 2 weeks at about 21.1 miles per hour. So shout out to Trey Tucker, man. That dude was doing his thing last night. Sunday. Hunter first. I don't think anybody's going to give up a second for our Hunter Renfro. Maybe a third at this point, but not a second. I don't think a second is gonna fly. Definitely not. How many of you guys in here are doing fantasy football right now? By a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the chat. I'm like really trying to adjust with going back and forth between these screens right now. It's been a minute. And I hope you guys enjoy everything we have on the screen now. You know I hate the dead air, so I apologize for that. Oh, let's see. I want to see if there's any other NFL news that's out there right now worth talking about. Like we said at the beginning, we got this news probably within the last hour. The Chandler Jones has officially been placed on the non-football illness list due to this ongoing personal situation. Josh does 3 leagues. Good God. I think I'm saying that, but I'm pretty sure I'm in 3, but one of them, I don't know how the hell I got into it. All right, so let's go through the rankings real quick because Sunday I will not be here, obviously. I will be in Vegas. I'm not carrying, as of right now, I'm not carrying any gear with me. So let's go through the rankings real quickly. And if you guys got any start sits, I'll try to help you guys to the best of my ability right now. But let's go through the rankings real quickly. The new setup looks good on screen. Rated Jim, I appreciate you, man. In both of your ESPN games. Oh, all right, Dan. Okay. You know what? So let's talk about that real quick then. Let me get to ESPN.com. And guys, it's really not too late. I think I know somebody, Big Mike, who might have missed his picks for last week. But guys, if you want to join the Pigskin Pick'em, you guys are more than welcome to. That's free. We can have some fun with that. Let me get into the fantasy football if I'm logged in already. I think this is the eliminator. You know what? I need to take a look at that and see how many people are left in the eliminator because it's been kind of rough these first few weeks. I can tell you that. I had to pick one of the last games because I just was not smart enough to make my pick earlier. So let's take a look at that and see how many people are left. Wow. All right, so the eliminator pool, there are only 5 out of 12 remaining. Wow. Okay, that's good to know. And I don't see the list of names, but that's a terrible situation to have. We started with 12, and after 2 weeks, we're already down to 5. All right. Is this the pick? No. I see Challenger. I'm not sure if this is it. This might be it. Let's take a look. Yep, this is it. So where's the groups? Let's go to the groups and take a look and see what the current standings are. So as of right now, you have Big Marv and Get It. Actually, no. Big Marv does have the lead right now. He's 20-1 in the first 2 weeks. Get It is 20-12. Dan Raider, that's you, 19-12. Silver and Black Attack, 19-13. Desert Champ is back, or is he? 19-13. I'm at 18-14. I'm in 6th place. Cane Town, 17-15. VV, 17-15. Raider Solo, 16-16. GA Patriot, 16-16. Big Mike, I do have a feeling he missed week 2. He's 10-6. And ESPN Fan is 9-7. He must have missed that week as well. A lot. At least Raiders have a free spot now. The Pigskin Pick'em. Give me 1 second. I will actually put this link because I did bring it up to you guys, and some people were interested and other people not so much. But I will put it in the chat for you guys right now. Click the link if you guys want to join. It's free. I had said if we had gotten the right amount, I would have done a buy-in and we could have given away like a dope ass prize, but only 12 people are in it, if I remember correctly. So, but the link is right there, guys. If you guys want to join, click on it, have some fun. And, yeah, we will see you at some point. All right. So let's get into this real quickly in regards to the fantasy rankings as we still wait for the start of this press conference. Going into week 3 for the quarterbacks, you have Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, Kirk Cousins, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, Geno Smith, and Brock Purdy, your top 15 going into week 3. Your running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard, Bijan Robinson, potential rookie of the year. Hook 'em horns. Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs at 7th, Joe Mixon, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ramondre Stevenson, Kyron Williams, James Cook, Raheem Mostert, Miles Sanders, and Alexander Madison are your 15 at the running back position. For your receivers, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Steph Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tay is at 7, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Keenan Allen, Calvin Ridley, Chris Olave, Puka Nacua of the Rams, Jalen Waddle, and Debo Samuel round out your 15. For the tight ends, your Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, TJ Hawkinson, Darren Waller, George Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Evan Ingram, Sam Laporta, David Njoku, Pat Fryermuth, Kyle Pitts, Hunter Henry, Tyler Higbee, Dalton Kincaid, and Jake Ferguson round out your 15. For your kickers, Justin Tucker, Harrison Bucker, Jake Moody, Jake Elliott, Tyler Bass, Cameron Dicker, Brandon Aubrey, Young Ho Koo, Brandon McManus, Jason Myers, Riley Peterson, Jason Sanders, Greg Joseph, Evan McPherson, and Daniel Carlson at 15. Shout out to Kane Town, Okie with the tents. Yo, flood the chat with those tents. I really get a kick out of seeing it pop up on the screen. I think that's the dopest thing ever. Last but not least is the defense. Cowboys, Chiefs, Niners, Patriots, Eagles, Bills, Jets, Ravens, Browns, Jags, Dolphins, Seahawks, Steelers, Saints, Packers, Titans. So I said that was a Monday night game I watched the other night. And shout out to Lawrence Timothy on the $10 super chat. I'm hoping that sound effect comes through. So it doesn't. I still appreciate it. You guys probably hear it, but I don't. But I appreciate you, bro. Try to get some to eat your shield more. Always appreciate the rated content. And this the live is flooding with the content. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all, man. I really, really do. And Lawrence, thank you for the $10 super. So I was talking about this before. I said there was a game that I watched on Monday night that it really made me think. And somebody's probably going to try to come after me for it, and I really don't care. The Saints-Carolina Panthers game, and we're moments away from the start of the presser. I'm going to try to talk about this before Jimmy takes to the podium. The Saints-Panthers game, I've said the NFC South is the weakest division in the league right now. I do believe the Falcons are going to win that division. But at the same time, the Saints have one thing that we don't right now. And there was some interview where our former quarterback, Derek Carr, said that the reason that he chose the Saints was because of the defense. Now, a lot of people have gone crazy about, oh, it was all his fault, da-da-da-da. Now, I'd never, ever said that everything was his fault because you can't put everything on one players, let alone the quarterback, but that's just the way of the world, right? I do believe that it's been an ongoing thing with us for the last couple of years where just we don't ever have like one of those best defenses. And I was hoping that this season we will see a turnaround with that, but if you see what the Saints defense did the other night against Carolina, it was just like, yeah, okay, I get it now. I said this last season when there were talks, and this was early in the season, talking about Carr and a team that he would fit best with. And I said it was either the Colts or the Saints. 1, he's in a dome. 2, defense. And this is the thing. We should have really I feel like maybe we didn't address this enough, but again, this is only 2 weeks, so maybe I should pump my brakes a little bit. But I want to see a major turnaround this coming Sunday against the Steelers, especially since we're going to be there live and in person. But I want to see a turnaround with our defense and see these guys, especially the guys in the trenches, just cause problems, cause headaches. Can the refs please open your eyes and not call a hold when Max is being held? Because some of the videos, some of the replays, it's just disgusting that nothing's being called. Like, can we please? Because you guys aren't letting them play. If Max is constantly being held and nobody's calling anything, nobody's throwing a flag on it, like it's insane that this shit continues to happen. But again, public enemy number 1, and will always be that way for us. I'm watching a rotating shield. Shout out to Marvin Lewis on the $2. I'm pretty sure I did say Big Marv. Big Marv is 20-11, not 20-1, 20-11. And yes, you're in first place right now, my guy. So shout out to you, 20-11. Shout out to you on the $2 super. Yes, you're in first place right now. Josh Sullivan says Spillane pick six would be great. I think a Diablo pick six would be pretty great too. I think an interception from Diablo and maybe a pick six from Marcus Peters would be pretty dope. Just saying. Let's see. We're still waiting. He's gonna stuff. Yeah, I would really love to see Spillane going against his former team just go straight hit stick and lay out Najee Harris. I'm not saying I'm wishing on injury, but I want to see him lay that dude out. Like, I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I'll make sure my audio is good. Guys, give me a thumbs up. I just want to make sure everything's on the up and up because I know you have some people like, oh, we can't hear you. You're too low. Let me know if we're good. I'm going to take this off the screen for now. When we get to the presser, I did not realize that the chat box is up there either. Good Lord. All right, the chat box is going bye-bye because I don't really use the chat box anyways. There we go. Apologize for that. Any turnover at all would be great. That's a fact. I would like to see. All right, here we go.
Did you get a chance to see the Steelers on Monday night, and any thoughts on after watching them play?
Yeah, got to see them. Damn good defense. I mean, they made some plays, put some points up on the board, so it's gonna be a good challenge for us this week. We got to do our part on offense.
Let me know you guys can hear the audio, okay?
That the film was not going to lie, that it was going to show that there's some things, easily fixable things on film. Did you kind of agree with that assessment?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and not just I said it right after the game, a lot of self-inflicted wounds. Just things we could correct, though. Thought we had a pretty good day out here doing that, and really it's just about getting guys on the same page, getting us into our rhythm, and things will take care of themselves from there.
Jimmy, do you think you get Hunter Renfro going this week? And why do you think there's been a little bit of a slow start there? I know Josh said there were some plays for him there against Buffalo. So do you think you'll have a better connection with him for this Sunday?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's going to be some opportunities. Really just about getting the ball in space, letting those guys run with it, get some yards after the catch. And Hunter's one of the best at that. So he's been doing a great job, man. I just got to find him with the ball.
Toss-up question, man. Your first home game, Raider Nation, Sunday Night Football. I mean, everybody's watching it. How much are you looking forward to that?
It's gonna be fun. We have Sunday Night Football music playing out here today. Get you in the mood. Yeah, it's Sunday Night Football's fun, man. It's gonna be a great atmosphere. I can't wait to see the fans. So, Raider Nation, hopefully, we'll be rocking on Sunday night.
You guys?
That's it.
You good?
Quick one. All right. See you guys.
Good God. That was way too quick. All right, so you guys can see the socials if you guys want to follow me on my other social media platforms. Instagram, hammers.house, X, hammers_house, TikTok, hammers_house, all that fun stuff. Shout out to Frank White. He asked, am I opening the lines today? Question Nation. Would you guys like me to open up the vault line for a little bit? Or would you guys rather wait until me and Graf do Beast and Best later on? We'll be back on in about 2 hours. And now we got to wait for Tay. God only knows how long that's going to take. If you want, I'll open up the vault line for a little bit right now if you guys want me to. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all up to you guys. Oh, man, that was the quickest. I'm pretty sure that's probably the quickest presser that I've heard so far. That felt like 30 seconds. Every time I hear Yak, I think of Ace Ventura with nature. Oh, God. Yo, Ogie, I can't, bro. You know what? Until at least Tay. If Tay gets on, I'm hanging up on anybody if they're on. I'm sorry. But, yeah, we can open it up for a little bit. Let me put it up on the screen real quick, guys. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all hanging out with me this afternoon. And again, we will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, the weekly Beast and Best with Graf. So make sure to pull on up for that. Guys, the number is right there if you guys want to call in and sound off. I think the chat highlight needs to be moved up a little bit now because Socials is blocking it. Let's fix this. There we go. Daddy D's. Shout out to Bali. There we go. 347-471-0361 if you guys want to call in and sound off on today's news, the current topics. We talked about Chandler Jones being put on the non-injury football illness list. We've talked about some other things in regards to this defense and what we're expecting moving forward, especially going into what I'm calling it's our homecoming. It's our homecoming. Home opener, but it's our homecoming this coming Sunday versus the Steelers. Under the bright lights. I'm here for it. Can't ask for anything more, man. Yo, who's your favorite Raider in today's roster and all-time favorite? All-time favorites? Tim Brown and Charles Woodson. 2 all-time favorites. 2 all-time greats. I became, like I said, I was a Raider fan. I became a Raider fan in 1998. I was in the 5th grade. So, those are 2 of my all-time favorites. Definitely. Tay is a guy that I followed and respected just because of his play. Like, there are players like that are not Raiders that I've always respected their gameplay. Tay was a guy that I was a huge admirer of, even in Green Bay. He's definitely one of my favorites right now, but I love Josh Jacobs. He was a guy that from the jump, before we drafted him, he was my guy. I had him on my radar. I'm like, this is baby beast mode. This is going to be our guy, and he's done a pretty solid job. First 2 games of the season, not so much, and I really do think he will bounce back. I hope he bounces back. Let's see. Working but couldn't miss the content. Shout out to Okie with the tents. Yo, dope. Who do you think we bring in to replace Chandler? Look, Jonathan, a lot of people have talked about this Cam Akers thing over the last day or two, and I don't understand why. Why are we not trying to get a defensive lineman? Why are we not getting a defensive tackle? That's what needs to be addressed right now. Look, I told you guys I was very optimistic and nervous about our linebacking room. Spillane and Diablo are doing a very good job right now. And I don't know if you guys want to consider him a linebacker. He's doing a lot of crazy shit, though, especially in the slot. And at times he does look like a linebacker. But Nate Hobbs is doing a phenomenal job right now, whether you want to call him a slot or you want to call him an outside linebacker. But he's doing a very good job right now as well. And I give him massive props for what he's doing so far for us. That dude is getting in there and he's making plays. He's making noise. Like, I really am happy with him. And I'm glad that they put him back at the slot because that was definitely where he fit best for this defense. And just a player of his caliber, he is much better in the slot. And I'm very happy with what I'm seeing so far out of Jacorian Bennett as well. Again, good God, this chair, man. I got to get a new chair. We're still waiting for Tay. This is probably going to be dragged out a lot longer. We got, 30, 45 seconds out of Mr. G-Spot. But we know that this is probably going to take even longer now for Tay to come to the podium, but we do have it up. If you guys want, if one of you guys want, if anybody wants to go into the YouTube chat right now, into the Raiders YouTube chat, and try to get some people to come in here instead of looking at a rotating shield for probably another 15, 20 minutes, but just promise you're going to come back in here. Oh, man. Appreciate everybody in chat. I'm going to take this off of the screen because nobody is calling. Need to get DeForest Buckner, man. Look, Indy, I don't think Indy knows their identity right now. I would not mind that, but what is it going to take to get Buckner here? They're going to wait to the point where they don't believe that they're a contender, that all of a sudden they're going to be like, hey, we'll trade him now. Like, I would really like to know what they would take or what it would take to try to get him here. And I know some of the other content creators have talked about Buckner a couple of times over the last 2 years. So I don't see why not. Dan Rader says, saw that Jacoby Myers was at practice today. Looks like he will play. Hopefully that helps Jimmy G. Look, the other thing that really was disturbing last week was our offensive line. Now, Jimmy G was not sacked in week 1. Had a solid QBR, 107 QBR, completion percentage of just under 80%. And it just, They couldn't keep him upright. Parham got smoked a couple of times. Like Wasted and I were talking about it, and Wasted is like, I'd much rather see Parham playing center right now. And I don't know, man. AJ, do you think we move from Renfro? I don't know yet. Honestly, like I feel like we need to watch these next few weeks and what he does or does not do, and then look at the trade deadline and see if he in fact is no longer going to be a Raider. That's just my opinion, man. Give him a first and Hunter. Why? Oh, you're talking about for DeForest Buckner? A first? I'd say a second in Renfro. That just sounds weird. But yeah, I'm not giving a first round, especially if the team isn't doing shit. I would much rather give a second and Hunter for Buckner. Don't think the Colts would deal with us because of McDaniel. Kreiser, that actually is a very, very valid point, my guy. Very valid point. Yep, that's definitely a touchy subject, man. Shout out to Raider Dave because he ran in there and I see what he put in the chat. Yo, Raider Dave, I appreciate you. A lot is made about the Raiders bringing in players with high character. Every day that goes by with Chandler Jones' situation makes you wonder why we couldn't have drafted Carter. J-Ro, that is a hot take, bro. That is a valid ass point right there, bro. Like at the same, like realistically, and you guys can't tell me that we're not wrong about this. Like, who drafted? What front office, what head coach drafted Henry Ruggs? Anybody want to answer that in the chat? Anybody want to answer that in the chat? Trust me, if we could trade for Aaron Donald, I'd do that in a heartbeat as well. But Buckner is a guy that we should have on our radar. Nobody wants to answer the question? All right, nobody wants to answer the question, so I'll answer it myself. Mike Mayock and John Gruden brought in. There we go. Yes. They're the ones that drafted Henry Ruggs. And the unfortunate circumstances with him, it is what it is. But like the talent that is Jalen Carter, I know a lot of people are already up in arms about it. Like, oh, we passed on him again. Da-da-da-da. You know what? This is not the first time that we've passed up on a really, and again, we still need to see more of him. You're getting a sample size over the first 2 weeks of his professional career and of the NFL season. But like, it's not the first time if he, in fact, goes on to maybe become Defensive Rookie of the Year, whatever the case may be. Wouldn't be the first time that we messed up in regards to a first-round draft pick for a defensive player, let alone a defensive lineman. And I know you guys probably get annoyed when I bring it up over and over and over again, but Cleve Farrell. Who should we have drafted over Cleve Farrell? Anybody in the chat, you can put the answer in there. Because we saw a lot of that guy this past Sunday. And it pissed me off every time I saw this guy. Let's see if somebody has the right answer in the chat. Out the house at Hammer Las Vegas wins Pittsburgh 27-17. I like that. I like that. How does the chat lag? How does that work? Daniel Hunter is a trade target for the Raiders, according to the Bleacher Report. Him and Max would be better. Ooh, I would like that. Tien Jiang, you must really be watching my show enough, man. You must really be paying attention to what I say, and I see a lot of other people are saying the same thing. So Tien, Oki, Ricky, Cane Town, like, Dude earned his extension, right? Dude has been playing his ass off for the Buffalo Bills. And again, we saw it firsthand. Like, Ed Oliver bullied the shit out of Dylan Parham on Sunday. Like, we missed out on a really solid interior defensive lineman. And it pisses me off anytime I see this dude now. Shout out to Swaggy Society ENT. Welcome to the vault. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Those that are in here for the very first time, do not let it be your last. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash a bell. As you can see, we have a whole new production moving forward. And I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. The games now, for those that watched on Sunday, I didn't really hear anything about the scoreboard, but if you guys did see it, let me know what you think. Like, that thing ain't going away now. We're going to be using that scoreboard all season long. We got the new ticker across the bottom. You're going to see the various segments and stuff. I do believe we have some stuff in store for you guys tonight during our Beast and Best live show. We do have another, hour and a half? About an hour and 40 minutes before that. We're still waiting for Tay. This presser allegedly was starting at 5:45. I'm glad I jumped on at 5:30. We've already been on almost an hour, and I appreciate everybody that's in here today with me. Shawnell, what's good? It just seems like they're willing to roll the dice if it's one of their guys. I've said it, and it is what it is. Like, yeah, it was looking more and more like the Patriot way, but I don't know, man. I feel like these guys right now have or were playing for each other. At least, like, we heard a lot of that throughout the start of training camp and throughout the preseason. Like, the pressers, like, I think the pressers were what got me a lot more excited for this team and more optimistic. But it's just like, okay, ugly win in week 1. Cool. Guess what? The Broncos are 0-2 right now. We still got that win, right? They still haven't beat the Las Vegas Raiders, right? Last week we go to Buffalo. 6-play, 75-yard drive. First drive of the game, right? It's like, okay, this could be a very interesting Sunday. And then all of a sudden, just various things happen left and right. Jacobs not being able to get past the line of scrimmage. Ridiculous interceptions. Coverages being blown. Back to the arm tackling. It's just like, damn, was I wrong? Like, but again, I'm still optimistic and do believe that this weekend could be a wake-up call, especially that now, like, we're on the road the first 2 games of the season. We are home technically for the next 2 because we all know SoFi. We know LA is our home away from home. So I really hope that these guys get it together and get it together quick. And it's going to start at home, their first home game. I can't wait to be out there, but yeah. The real question is, are you going to watch O'Malley sleep your boy again when they announce his rematch? Yo, don't start that shit, Cane Town. Do not start your shit. You know, like, I just saw a video with the 2 of them chopping it up not too long ago. It was like just a basic friendly conversation. It was actually pretty funny to see them talk, but you never know, man. Like, every blind squirrel finds a nut. Maybe Aljo gets that title back. We shall see. I don't know how much longer I really want to wait on this presser, but I know, like, I do this for you guys, so I'm not trying to go anywhere. If you guys want me to open up the vault line until Tay takes the podium, I will. Tyree looked confused on and off. Oh my God, dude. Like, are you a Raider fan? Are you a Raider fan? He retracted it. Give the kids some time. Give Tyree Wilson some time. Like, I just, you can never satisfy the masses. Ever. Ever. You know what? I will put it up in the chat one last time. If you guys want to call in, you can call in. Talk about everything we talked about today. Like, this, I hate when they drag out the presser like this, and this is all we're waiting for right now before I wrap it up. So why are we so negative, bro? And this is, it's not a knock. I'm not being an asshole. Like, why are you so negative then, man? give the kid time. Again, if it wasn't for the unfortunate circumstances right now with Chandler Jones, like, he would not be out there on a regular basis, man. He would not be out. Like, he really has been put there starting prematurely. Just coming back from injury. Only was there for the last preseason game of the season. Like, you have to give this kid some time. Chris, he really said nothing. It was 30 seconds of he's excited to play his first home game and be inside Allegiant with the nation. That's it. Please come to Allegiant and hold that sign up then, bro. Because you're right. We do deserve better. And right now, it's rough. Like, look, again, I try to be optimistic, but I'm also brutally honest with things. Like, if you're fucking up, you're fucking up. And I will call you out when you're fucking up. When you're doing good, you're going to get your credit where your credit's due. Like, it is a tough situation, but at the same time, we are 1-1 right now. We are 1-1 right now. We are technically in the top of our division right now, while you have the Chargers and the Broncos that are both 0-2 in our division right now. Come on, man. Crying about it won't change it. He was very slightly faster the second time. He is a first rounder. Expect him to be out there. Not when you had a veteran presence in Chandler Jones, and now that's out the window. He was supposed to learn from and learn behind Chandler Jones. You don't throw somebody to the wolves like that. And I've said this time and time again. When it comes to first round picks, I don't care what position it is. When you're a first round pick, it truly is a land of uncertainty. That's it. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, and I'm not going to put anything else on that. But it is truly a land of uncertainty. And again, it's 2 games. RELAX. Relax. Oh, man, this presser is killing me. I may just cut this if we don't hear something in the next few seconds. Yo, I see Raider Davis still in there sending stuff too. Damn, man. Appreciate you. Oh, my God. This is just dragging out way too badly. I'm about to actually comment in there. Oh my goodness. All right. I cannot lie, Hammer. We have strength in numbers, and our numbers lie in the defensive tackles, and we should be a 52 defensive team and a quarters defense. I like that. I do prefer the nickel right now with some of the, like, with majority of the talent that we do have. But I also wouldn't mind, like, seeing things being switched up every once in a while too. I am Punchy Hammer. I think you need to just say the word of the day or week is RELA. You know what? That's wasted. That's wasted thing. I can't do that. But the secret word for those that are old enough to remember Pee-wee's Playhouse. And rest in peace to one of the funniest childhood shows ever. The secret word is relax. You know, normally when I say it, I might have to find like a screaming sound effect, because normally when you said the secret word on that show, everybody was screaming real loud. It was actually good times, good times. Let's be optimistic and hope the Raiders are 3-1 in a couple of weeks. Oakland fan, there you go. That's the type of energy I'm asking for out of you guys, man. Come on. We're only 2 weeks in, y'all. Come on. There you go. I'm all for us trading that linebacker, Daniel Hunter, from Minnesota. Max needs some help. He's going to end up pulling the Oh, please don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. Please don't put that evil on us. Second and conditional 5th. Max can't do it all, specifically when he gets help. Numbers, that's a fact. Ah! Talk about a throwback. Trade. Rams are sending Cam Akers to Minnesota Vikings for a swap of 2026 draft picks per source. Are you serious? Oh, there you go. Breaking news, guys. We ain't an elite team today. The top offense can still smoke us, but we should still have made improvements. Raider Dave, you're not lying, bro. Defense has been our problem for years. Numbers, I just was saying that before. You're again. I talked about Derek Carr, and normally I'm the one that says he who shall not be named, but this was a reason that Derek Carr made his decision once he was released by us and went to the Saints because of their defense. And I said it last year early in the season when we were already going downhill that would have been a great fit for him. Regardless of how they looked and how they played this past Monday night, like they have a good defense. So it is what it is, man. Raider Nation, it's almost game time. LV, I cannot wait to see you, bro. Friday, I will be out there. Salute, bro. Why won't Josh McDaniels allow Renfro to work the middle of the field and allow him to use his double move ability at midfield and inside the red zone instead of running out routes? And because I know a lot of people have said it, and I try not to be one of those people, but people say that like McDaniels is a type of coach, and I don't know this personally, but like people have said that McDaniels is that type of coach that it's like it's his way or the highway. And look, it doesn't really work out. It's not a good look for us when we're not succeeding and you have a weapon, a special talent, and slot receiver that is Hunter Renfro that's not being utilized right now. Like, you brought in all these other receivers. They're not really, well, Myers in his first game, two touchdowns, right? Tay has said that dude was definitely being underutilized in New England, and look at what he did in week 1 and then got knocked out with that concussion. I haven't heard anything on Tay not playing this weekend or anything related to the concussion that he may or may not have had, because he was ready to go back on the field and the ref was like, no, you're going to the tent. That's it. You're going to the tent. Let me see if I can find today's updated injury report, considering we still have not seen this presser yet. And that might actually answer my question. So let's take a look and see. And once I finish this, I'm going to go eat something because we have another live in a little bit. Here we go. Is it up yet? It is up. Okay. So here's our updated injury report. Tay's playing, man. And I see Big Bro's in the building. Salute, bro. Tay, game day concussion, protocol evaluation. He was a full participant today. We're still awaiting him to take to the podium. Jacorian Bennett, hamstring, limited. Oh, fuck. Devine Diablo, ribs, limited. Oh, fuck. Marcus Epps, quad, limited. Jacoby Myers, concussion. He was limited, but he was at practice today. Bilal Nichols, hamstring and hand, limited. Chris Smith, illness, did not participate. Tyree Wilson, illness, did not participate. Oh, shit. Here we go. For the Steelers, Patrick Peterson, NIR, resting. I guess this is a little regular day off, whatever. They had a lot of people that did not participate, though. DeMonte Kazi, calf, did not participate. Minka Fitzpatrick, chest, did not participate. Marcus Golden, knee, did not participate. Isaac Sumalo, rest. Darnell Washington, their tight end, knee. Gunner, I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm just going to call him Gunner. Concussion, did not participate. And Larry Ogunjobi, foot, did not participate. So there is your... All right, so no beast and best tonight. I will take that down momentarily. Family always first. See you in 2 days, big bro. Again, if you guys want to just call in right now, we can do that because we still have yet to see Davante Adams in this presser. And better for me because I can go to sleep early because I have to be at work 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Last day before the big trip. So if you guys want to call in right now, you're more than welcome to call in. I wish I could have my big bro pull on up right now on screen anyways, but it's all good. All love. Let's put this back up one last time. If nobody does it, then I'm going to wrap it up because, again, we're still waiting on this presser. There's a rotating shield that's been going on now for, I wish they would show me a clock, over a half hour. Actually, 45 minutes already. So if anybody wants to call in, the vault line is open. I'm not going to stay on much longer if we don't get anything. Like, this is insane that we have to wait this long. Bourbon is back. Holy shit. And look, the little shot of bourbon is going across the screen. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. It's still early. Acres to Vikings per Rams. It is what it is. Derek Carr doesn't fit being a Raider like the snake. He's a preacher, and the Saints fit him well. That's a fact, Sean. That's a valid ass point, bro. I don't like Graham's scheme. Just use whatever scheme that our players can run. Whatever schemes that they could thrive in, I would much rather work with realistically. Like, don't you want to, if you're a coach, and I coached years ago, wouldn't you want to try to use a system that benefits your players' strengths? Yes or no? Like, isn't that what makes the most sense? Like, I know there was certain things when Graham came in that even Max was nervous about, but look, Max is a guy now that will stand up on the end of the line and still do his thing as opposed to being in a three-point stance. Like, I'm here for it, though, but here we go. Tay, finally.
How you feeling health-wise? I know at the end of the game, we didn't get to talk to you on Sunday. You had the evaluation, but how you feeling?
Feel good. Feel normal. Good.
Jennings talked about the importance of tape maybe from this last game more than anything as learning opportunities. What did you see on the tape that could maybe make this offense and this team better going forward?
Well, I think the thing with us is just every play having everybody on the same accord and everybody having, putting that burden on themselves of making sure that they not being the one that they, saying, I don't want it to be the guy that is, I'm going to be at the point of attack here if you're blocking, or I don't want to be the guy that gets the ball thrown to me, you have to win my one-on-one. You need everybody in football. Like, that's the thing that makes it the most special. And while we celebrate the way we do, as a team and all these things, is because it takes so much in one play for the play to turn out the right way. Because, I can run the perfect route, or I can run a terrible route, and then, I finally get open late, and the lineman blocked a little, longer or whatever, so they made that happen. You need everybody. So I think the biggest thing is just looking at the tape and finding out the things that when we weren't all together, and, when it was one person that, not that ruined it, but sometimes that's how it goes. You get blown back, or, everybody blocks it up perfect, you don't make the catch, then, that's part of the execution is just, completing the play. So, yeah.
It's fixable on film. How much kind of relief does it give it to you? It's not necessarily a talent issue, it's just execution.
I mean, it's not a relief, honestly. Not for me. I mean, I don't know how the next man would answer that, but it's almost more disappointing when it's not the talent and you go out there and you don't execute. So, it's part of football. It's the most imperfect game and the most team sport that there is. So it's going to be times where, not everybody dominates their man, but you got to do good enough to make the play work. And we didn't do that well enough last week. So we just got to look at the tape and find out what we did wrong to correct it.
When it comes to the hit that you went out on, did you feel like it was maybe too late or feeling any type of way about it?
Look, I wasn't. I don't want to continue to talk too much about it, but was it unnecessary? Completely, obviously, and I mean, and depending on how you look at it, I mean, certain players play a certain way too. Some people out of control, they fly around, they don't really have much true purpose out there. I mean, playing a half field on one side, you run over and hit somebody in the head on the other side of the field. I mean, that's the type of stuff that contributes to you not being on the field. That's why you're in when you're blowing in the south by 25 at the end of the game. And maybe if that man learns how to play the game the right way, he'll see the field. But until then, he'll have to go and live off a place like that, I guess.
Devante, catch a touchdown this Sunday night. It would put you fifth all time in red zone touchdowns, passing Randy Moss.
Somebody screen record that 30-second clip.
And also, why have you been so good in the red zone during your career, do you think?
Well, first, that's a crazy honor. Obviously, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, being top 5, top anything in the entirety of this league is hard to do. So it's a big honor to be able to do that. And I don't know. I mean, I just ever since college, really, high school, just had a nose for the end zone, and obviously being put in great situations by good coaches and quarterbacks over the years, they've given me a lot of opportunities down there to be able to execute and make those plays. So I just capitalize on those as much as possible, and I'm in the business of maximizing it. And if I'm gonna be the guy that they relying on to make it happen, then I gotta come through.
Devante, is there any more? You've been in the league obviously for a long time. You played in playoff games, Monday night or whatever. But any more excitement for a Sunday night football game? All the eyes on you.
Call back after the presser.
We'll
talk for another few minutes after the presser.
Sunday night, Monday night games those are the ones. You get a little different feeling no matter how long you've been playing. 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, whatever it is, I mean, you get a different feeling. I know I do. And it's just something about being the only game on TV, you know, especially those Monday night games, you know, people had that hard day at work, coming back, starting the week off, and they just want to see some good football. So you always get a little special feeling when you're the only one, that primetime game. I definitely get a different feeling in warm-ups and leading up to that one.
Well, I know a lot of people are going to find out what you did for your grandmother on Friday night in the airs.
Yeah.
Does it ever get to a point where that's not special to you, like what you're able to do, what your career has been able to allow you to do?
Never, man. I mean, a lot of stuff does get old. You know, you get a lot of experiences. You get to do a lot of different things. You get to travel. Not that traveling gets old, but, you know, there's certain things that you get to do repeatedly over and over. And, you know, it kind of just is something that you do. But, you know, I've been doing it for a long time, and the happiest that I've ever been has been doing things like that for other people. You know, whether it's somebody I know or I don't know, it's working with nonprofits, different things like that, where I get to use my position, you know, in this world to, you know, bring blessings for other people. That's the most amazing thing for me. And obviously, big shout out to CBS for, you know, giving me that opportunity to do that and to work with them, because my grandma's hit me up probably like 5 times since then. Just like I can see her smiling through the phone, and I feel like it's, you know, we speak a lot, but we also talk more now because of that. I feel like it give her, you know, another appreciation, you know, for her grandson, and obviously the opportunities that come with, you know, this position that I'm in. So I love it. And, you know, more than the money, being able to buy houses, cars, any of that stuff, these type of opportunities are the ones that I do it for.
A newfound respect for people that do that, renovating and things like that.
This is all for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, just the time alone, let alone the actual hard work. And, you know, I got pretty dirty. Y'all gonna see the show and y'all gonna think that it was just some BS. I was in the trenches in there, man. I did the whole demo of you'll see. Watch Friday, 8/7 Central.
There's the plug.
This is kind of off topic, but I got Josh's take on this, man. What's your take on the whole Deion Sanders in Colorado? Just how big everything has been up there. Lil Wayne, just have you paid attention? Been noticing all this?
Look, man, I'm all for it. I love it. I love to see it. I love the untraditional approach. Usually, you know, you're the old school. It's kind of a weird dynamic, and I've thought about this for a minute just because he's a real old school type cat. And so, but he's bringing, it's like a crazy clash of like new school and old school together, where putting Instagram handles on their jerseys, you know, obviously, clearly, I mean, you see the way that he commands his team, and you see the way that they are out there. It's like a show. So, I mean, I know I enjoy watching. I ain't missing it. I don't care what's on TV. if the Colorado Buffalo is playing right now, I want to see Wayne and Lil Uzi on the sideline, and whoever else is next too. So it's fun, and I like to see it a little different. And if you can bring it, at the end of the day, winning is going to take care of everything, you know. So if they keep doing that, they can be as flashy, as cool as they want to, showing off the APs and all that. I love it.
You imagine if they beat Oregon this week?
If they beat Oregon, I mean, college football might be bigger than the NFL in a minute.
Oh.
So, I mean, this may not be good for me, but I'm looking
Salvador, let's
forward
go, bro.
to seeing it.
You know what a good quarterback looks like, his son. What are your thoughts on?
Well, I haven't really studied him too much, but I mean, he's obviously doing something, you know, well enough, and I've seen the growth, and I feel like his growth was pretty gradual too. It wasn't something where he just kind of boomed on the scene, and just because he was Deion's son, he was just this superstar. He had to kind of work into that, and you know, he's got a lot of hype and all of that kind of around his name right now, and he's doing what he got to do to keep that going. So, you know, I like what he's doing. I just want to see him keep doing it.
Is that something you'd like to do in the future, or grow that? Is that
What's that?
being a coach, probably doing changing the culture somewhere?
No.
Or staying at home being a
No. I'm gonna do this as long as I can, and then I might do some little celebs or something, pull up at the high school or something like that. But it may change, but probably not. I'll probably be chilling.
After the game, Jimmy said one of the keys he thinks to unlocking the offense is maybe he could attack better when they show you a single high safety look. What are kind of the keys to that, and do you agree, is that kind of a key going forward?
Yeah, man. I mean, it ain't no secret, so it don't really matter what I stand up here and say. But at the end of the day, these teams are out to try to take me away. So the more opportunities when they're not, you know, trying desperately to do so, we got to take advantage of those opportunities. And, you know, at the end of the day, the good part about this team is that we got multiple guys. It's not just me that we relying on to win against, you know, single high coverage. So at the end of the day, we got Kobe, Hunter, DC, K. Wilk, all these boys out there that can go out and win their matchups too. So I'm just one of the guys out there, but you know, I'm looking forward to winning my matchup as much as possible to make it easy on Jimmy.
Thank you.
Cool.
Well, there you guys have it. The weekly presser, Jimmy Garoppolo, Davante Adams. Damn, man. He's such a real one. Definitely why he's one of my favorite players. Definitely I would have him as one of my all-time favorite receivers. Most definitely. Shout out to Tay on that presser. When Colorado beats Oregon, the rest of the the rest of NCAA definitely will begin to sweat. And look, Deion Sanders has done a really good job in regards to turning the program around. I've watched their games. I was actually very, very intrigued to watch their game against Colorado State last Saturday, especially with what Colorado State's head coach had to say in his little snark comment. It was like, dude, that's bulletin board material. And I don't know if you guys saw the not the presser, but the locker room video of Sanders with his mother inside the locker room and The Rock as well. And did his little speech, man. Like, she's proud of him. She couldn't be more proud of him. And shout out to Mama Primetime because she really held it down for her son. Shout out to Dodgers Everything. I saw you in that other chat, bro. No, I'm just messing with you. But I appreciate y'all. Yo, if you want to open it up, we can open it up for a little bit. Maybe 10, 15 minutes. I know we had somebody that just tried calling in, but we were playing the presser. If you guys want to call in, we could do this for another 10, maybe 15 minutes. We've already been on almost an hour and a half already, and I appreciate all of y'all hanging out with me as long as you have already. Those that are coming in, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash a bell. Yeah, I got to move that up a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm not stressing it. Wait, yes, I am. If I can move it up, I don't know if it went up, though. do we try this again? Yeah, that didn't work. There it is. All right. So let me put this up on the screen for you guys real quickly. We'll talk about the topics that we covered tonight. And if you guys want to talk about the presser, if you want to talk about this coming weekend's matchup, our Sunday night prime time game in Vegas, our homecoming, you guys are more than welcome to call on in. 347-471-0361. Vault line is open right now. Oregon versus Colorado going to be lit. Too bad I'm probably not going to be able to have the opportunity to watch it because we will be at the blackout party. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to, we do have a caller. Hold on, guys. All right, we got Drew from Santa Clara. What's good, bro? Sound off. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I don't know why this isn't connecting. Hold on. We got our technical difficulties as usual. Do me a favor, bro. I'm gonna call me back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm gonna try to fix this. All right. So, of course, I should have had this plugged in and set up before, locked and loaded, but it wasn't. I'm gonna try this again. Connecting. All right, it says it's connected for calls, so hopefully this gets back up and we're good to go. Yeah, I know, LV, and LV, I will see you on Friday, bro. Just jumped on the tube, fresh out of work. Always got to show love to my brother. Appreciate you, Dodgers Everything. Much love, bro. We're going to wait for this guy to call back. I think it's because I did it mid-call, whatever. So if he calls back, we should be good to go now. I don't know. Come on, technology, and you know I'm a techie, but sometimes things get tricky. So let's get him to call back, and we should be good. We should be on the money with that momentarily. I said 30 seconds, so I'm just waiting for him to call back. Let's see. Bobby V, salute. Appreciate all y'all hanging out with me this evening. And again, we did cancel, or postpone rather, Beast and Best tonight. We may be back at it tomorrow. Jacoby doesn't play. It's going to be spooky. Here we go. Yeah, now it's going through. Drew?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, bro? Sound off.
Oh, you can hear me now.
Yeah, you're loud and clear, and everybody else can hear you. Sound off, bro.
Oh, for sure. Nah, just really quick, just wanted to give you and you, Hammer, Doc, Laces, quick shout out, man. You guys been holding it down consistently. These shows, they do a lot for us. When the Raiders lose, especially, like somewhere to come back, somewhere to come listen to some feedback and stuff like that. For having a tough day, definitely helped me out just to zone out for a little bit over you guys' shows. So really appreciate you guys. But my question, my comment, I don't want to jump the gun or anything like that, but if eventually we move forward to the next step past Jimmy Garoppolo, do you think we would go to AO3C? I said that wrong. Aiden O'Connell, or do we go to our other backup? And if so, when would that be?
It would probably be Hoyer. I'm sorry. Damn. See, you just got me messed up. No, I think it would be. I think it would be AO4. And I said this a couple of weeks ago that if we're towards the tail end of the season and this team is not in any type of contention for the playoffs, then there's a good chance we might get a start or two, maybe three out of O'Connell. In regards to this contract, Jimmy Garoppolo currently is under with the Las Vegas Raiders. They could actually get out of this contract after next season. So I do believe that this is supposed to be more or less earn your keep type of contract, that if he is the quarterback that can get this team to the playoffs, then hey, maybe we'll see him back for year two. But we have to give this some time. We have to give this, like I said, I'm not giving a full. I know you guys have asked me to give these predictions, and I said every time I've said it, it's unofficial predictions. I'm waiting until after week 4 to fully assess the first 4 weeks to be like, this is what you're going to see. This is what ultimately the final record is going to be for the Las Vegas Raiders this season. Drew, you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You cut off for whatever reason. I don't know. That was weird.
Definitely appreciate the call, bro.
But, I appreciate you again for you guys holding it down, man. You guys got a true supporter here from SoCal. Hopefully I can link up with you guys sometimes or do an event with you guys out there in Vegas. I do concerts and stuff like that, so it'd be dope to do a little collab joint.
Sounds good. Sounds good, man. We'll definitely be talking soon. Take care.
All right, likewise, brother.
Later. Shout out to Drew from Santa Clara, and shout out to Joe Fitzgerald on becoming a new subscriber. Welcome to the vault. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. If anybody else wants to call in, the vault line is open, 347-471-0361. We'll take a few more calls, and then we're going to wrap it up for the night. Wazzy, give me 1 second, bro. I'll put it right back up on the screen if I can find it again. There it is. There it is. Shout out to my guy, Bali. There it is on the screen, 347-471-0361. Call into the SeatGeek Vault line, have your voice heard, and sound off on today's topics. We talked about Chandler Jones. He is now on the non-football injury illness list. We talked about the Bears defensive coordinator resigning immediately due to health and family issues. Jimmy Garoppolo did a presser for T-minus, 35, 40 seconds at most. And Tay took some shots at that safety that tried to put him out on the shelf. And damn, I need somebody to clip my reaction and what Tay said, because that's gold right there, man. That is gold. Pride and purpose. Salute, salute, salute. Guys, again, if you want to call in, there it is right there on the screen. You guys can see it. And I hope you guys are enjoying the new setup we have. I am going to take off the rundown right now. Bye-bye. There it goes. Droops Out the House Productions from Santa Ana. Got you, bro. Hit me up on IG, bro. Santa Ana, not Clara. My fault. Santa Ana. They got those dope wins in Santa Ana. All right. So, JJ ain't doing nothing to help Jimmy G out. He has to get in order to make the game flow better and make it easier for Jimmy G. If JJ doesn't get going, this offense ain't going to go. That's a fact, bro. We got another caller. We got Muwazi in the vault. What's good, bro? Sound off.
West Side? Bro, I've been watching this thing, man. You know, and I've been a Raiders fan since 1980. When they won the Super Bowl, I went downtown to the parade and all this and that, man. And I mean, if you don't get no pressure on the quarterback, it's just a long season. It's just like, I just don't understand, man. It's like I get these hopes up, and I just don't get it, man. If we see it, they gotta see it, bro. My cousin, a Cowboy fan, he talks shit to me. Everybody be hating on me on Facebook, man. I got the Raiders tatted on my chest. I dated a chick that was a Kansas City fan, and I made her kiss me one night because I'm a player. But you know, I'm just hurting, bro. I'm just tired of losing all the time, and I don't get it, bro. And I just don't get it, man. Fuck, it's killing me.
You thought that,
you know, and y'all be making some.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man, because I'm gonna talk shit forever.
Nah, because like you would think that the change of the guard, things were gonna look a little bit more up. I was definitely a little nervous, especially with them bringing in Josh McDaniels because of the situation in Denver, but that was years ago. And then when he had the introductory press conference and said what he said in regards to like, I looked at it from the standpoint that like you learn through life lessons, right? And they're either gonna make you a better person. You'll either be a better person, you'll be stagnant, or you're just gonna be a total shit out of luck type of person. And last season had its ups and downs. You steered away from things that were working in the first half and had these ridiculous collapses. A team that realistically finished 6-11 that should have been a 12-5 team. This season, we're only 2 games in. There's a lot of new faces in the building, a new quarterback, another receiver in Jacoby Myers, and people are already flying off the hinges about certain things that are going on. The Chandler Jones situation does not help the cause right now. I do think that this is definitely is playing a role in why our defensive line is not showing up.
Boy,
the way
he looked like a crackhead, didn't he? Boy, he looked real bad.
That video that we saw on, I think it was Twitter or Instagram, I can't remember, but that video was a little bit disturbing. Again, mental health is something.
Your boy Wasted Talent said he looked like Dave Chappelle playing football.
I fucking can't, man. That sounds about right.
No, but
that sounds about right.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I remember. When after we went to the Super Bowl and we lost that next year, we had a terrible offense, but we had a good defense. We would lose games like 16-3 and stuff. Right. You know, it's just at this point, and we just had a decent defense, bro. Like we keep trying, you know, we let players go that we probably should have kept, and it just seems like instead of going for the sure pin, like, okay, this looks like this going to work. It's like they're trying to pull chicken shit out of a fucking magician's hat and say, look at what I got. And we don't really have that time to develop because we've been trying to develop players for 20 years. You know, we definitely got to get that D right. It's like we lost the mystique. Like the Raiders defense was slappy, like we don't give a damn. Like we'll take a 15-yard penalty if it's worth it. I just don't see the hunger. You know, and one thing that reminded me, it was you guys that reminded me of this. One thing I hated Paul Gunther's defense. And that's one problem Gruden had. I want to hate on him. He cared more about friendships than those that could win the game. And now when I'm looking at this defense here, the one thing that I thought Graham was going to do was put people in the right positions. And it just seems like not everybody's on the same accord. And it's like you're supposed to, you know, I'd rather get Brian Flores, bro. Like, we have to do something with the defense. And I think we should be a little worried because nobody's fearing us. They could run on us. I mean, it reminds me of Gunther's defense.
And that's
like
the crazy
they're
thing.
8
The
yards
crazy thing is
clear.
like the crazy thing is going into the season. The one position I was most nervous about was linebackers, and it's like right now there's nothing for me to be nervous about there. But it is this interior defensive line. Like Patrick Graham got all the guys that he wanted for this defensive line this offseason. And you would think that these guys, the way that he's doing the rotation with them, the way that he's plugging these guys in, that they were going to succeed. But again, I do think right now Chandler Jones not being there is a factor in why this team, at least the defensive line, is not playing up to par. At the same time, we heard all these press conferences. We heard all these players on defense and how excited they were, the things that they were doing throughout training camp, throughout the preseason. Like, it was something to look forward to. But again, we are only 2 weeks in, so we can't all be ready to jump off that ledge yet. Let's see our homecoming game this coming Sunday night.
But we got to see improvement, though, bro.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Go ahead.
If Wilson is that bad, if the first round pick is that bad, put his ass in the middle and put Kuntz on the end. I've watched every Raider game for the past 4 years. I haven't missed a game on TV.
Kuntz had shades of Yannick Ngakoue last Sunday. Not playing not setting the edge. Not setting the edge, not containing like he was supposed to. Those swing passes were going by him like it was nothing. The runs to the outside of him, like, dude, do your job. Like, this was a guy, like I said before, I did not see Kuntz making the 53-man roster. I did not. And now that he is there, he needs to step the fuck up.
And even that, we got to talk. I just, like, you got dudes on the bench, you might as well throw them in. I thought Merritt was going to be like, whatever, Trey Merritt, whatever his name is, I thought he was going to be a dog. He really had signs, but we have to find a balance that works, bro, because we're dealing with passers. People are passing on us. They're running on us.
Merrick was my one. Merrick was my 1B in that draft. Me and Graff both had Javon Holland, and this was before me and Graff even knew each other. But like, we both had Javon Holland as a safety that we wanted for this franchise. Merrick, I was like, hey, maybe he'll have the bounce back. He's in his second season under Patrick Graham's defense. But I'm telling you right now, if things go south, Patrick Graham is going to be the first head on that chopping block if shit continues to go south. I can promise you that right now.
So who are you going to put in his place? The old dude that's supposed to, if you fire him, who's going to take his place?
As a defensive coordinator, it could be Rex's brother, Bob Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Which
thinking.
I'm fine with. Look,
no
I love the Ryan brothers. They are really solid defensive-minded coaches. They know their shit. They bring that fire and that energy to their players. Like, I love those guys. So I would not mind, and I'd be perfectly fine if they were like, yo, Graham, here are your papers. Bob, step up.
Hey, you might as well, bro. We have nothing else to lose. Yeah. And the thing, and Carl Joseph, I see his uncle in Orlando all the time. It's like, when you got decent players that are some of them fit, they seem to let them go. We had the one DB on the 1-year contract that came from the Colts. I forgot his name because he ain't a Raider no more. He was, what was his name? He came in the trade from the Colts. Man, it was like he was a decent DB. Like, I don't know. I don't know how the hell he keeps making the team. But
Faison? Brandon Faison?
Was he a DB? Nah, he was supposed to be the best lockdown quarter in coverage. I forgot it, but he only played one and he balled. But when you look at it, the defensive coordinator that went to the Colts, he better than Graham.
That's
better, man.
That's Gunther. That's not Gunther. That's Bradley.
It's
Bradley. Bradley is in Indy. Oh, you're talking about Rocky Yassin. That's it. Yeah. Thank you guys.
I would have loved to keep him, bro.
A lot of us wanted him to be. A lot of us wanted to keep him, but he's another dude that was battling injuries.
I don't know who's calling the shots up there.
Rock was a guy. Rock was definitely another guy when he came into the league. He was a guy that I had on my radar, and it was funny how things worked out. He was in the final year of his rookie contract. His second to last year of his rookie contract, he had a standout season, and we ended up getting him. I was like, holy shit, this really happened right now. Like, we got this dude. But you know what? this is the way the organization works. And look, I'm not a GM. I can't say. I don't have say. I don't know if
You
they. I
need to
don't. I
be.
don't. I don't know if any of these people watch me.
No.
So it is what it is.
They be laughing at me, bro. Like I'm saying, like the Cowboy fans and the way, you know, we whooped their ass on Thanksgiving. West Side, you know, I ain't got that many victories as a Raiders fan. And it's just, man, we need to get them. Like, we don't need no finesse coach. We need a dog in there that's just going to put his foot in like a Mike Dicker. They say Mike Dicker was so cold that in the halftime he would make men cry. Like, we need that edge, bro. Max Crosby good, but they double team him. It's like we haven't had pressure on the quarterback.
You saw Max
in the year
get
2000 since we got rid of Khalil.
You saw Max this past weekend get double teamed, triple teamed. He was held on several occasions. Again, we will forever be public enemy number one. In the commissioner's guidelines.
He's not the only one on the line, though.
No, you're right. But the commissioner's guidelines, rule 1 of that book is fuck the Raiders by any means necessary. The very end of that book.
Fuck the NFL. This is West Side for life, baby. Raiders. You know, and here's another thing, bro. I remember last year when they used to blitz Hobbs on the DB blitz. He used to get at the quarterback. I ain't even say nothing like
No.
that. Plain Jane, man.
Hobbs right now, and I talked about Hobbs earlier in the show, like I think Hobbs is definitely standing out right now. He's back at his rightful position. I said, like, you can call him a slot corner. You can call him an outside linebacker. The kid is a dog. He gets in as much as possible. He's one of those guys that's always in there trying to make plays, and I give him a lot of props for that. Like, he's definitely another one of the guys that I really love having on this team, most definitely. But Mwazi,
and he's another guy that's going to be gone when his contract comes. He going to get paid. Don't you want to get paid to win?
I hope he doesn't.
You want to get paid to keep losing? If I feel bad, you think they don't feel bad? I mean, the money means something. Every woman want to be with a winner. Oh, you made it to the NFL. Oh, he winning. We got paper. Think women want to come home to a man getting his ass whooped every Sunday?
I can't with you, bro.
But I appreciate you having me on, man. But I'm a dead hard Raiders fan, man. Thanks for having me on, man. We just got to keep faith, man. And I'm telling you, bro, if they keep losing, I said, man, they keep losing, they don't show no improvement, I ain't spending no bread.
Damn.
I'm gone, baby. West Side, Raiders, baby.
Spread the word, bro. Take care.
Yeah.
That was Mwazi from the West Coast, now in Orlando. Salute to him. If anybody else wants to call, you guys see the number on the screen, 347-471-0361. We'll take one more call. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. This is probably one of the longest lives I've done on my channel solo in a very, very, very long time. So I appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with me today. And if you haven't already, if you just came on in, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, fantasy, and more in the house that Hammer built by the nation, for the nation, Raider Nation News today. Let's see. I think I'm going to put that YouTube one up in the top corner moving forward because it seems to be blocked by everything. Amik is on the roster, and I don't remember seeing him out there last weekend, actually, 3D. I do not remember seeing him out there. Then again, we can't blame it all on the defense because of the offense. Was it really out there for months and the guys were tired? Yeah, definitely. I was looking for Amik last week, didn't see him. Yeah, he wasn't. I watched the whole game. I was here with you guys watching the game. I don't remember seeing him on the field not once. I did see Teamer out there towards the tail end. He had that interception that was called back due to illegal contact, so... Jose Canella, Raider Nation for life. That's a fact, bro. Let me see if I can... There it is. All right. You know what? I'm going to wrap it up. I'm exhausted, and I got to be back up bright and early tomorrow, and then we have packing. So, Beast and Best is... 50-50 right now. So I'm glad that I opened up the phone lines to you guys tonight because I have a very early morning flight on Friday. And I do have a lot of things to do, especially packing. And we might do a live, but the live might be on IG tomorrow afternoon, getting a fresh cut. Shout out to my guy Nate. He's about to kill it with this job, with this high skin fade. My little homie KJ is in the building. Hey, Hammer, this KJ. What up, little dude? Yo, if you haven't, please, guys, For those that are in this chat right now, subscribe to I'm a Raider KJ. Yo, this is the coolest little dude and a diehard Raider fan. Yo, that's my guy, man. You have to subscribe to his channel. I definitely want to see him grow. Most definitely. No, because all 22 is supposed to be out in 48 hours. Every other game was out there and ours was not. Me, Big Mike, Andy have been trying to get it all day long, and it is not up yet. At least the last time I checked, and that was a couple of hours ago, it was not out there. So I don't know, man. He was like, I just bit my tongue. He was out there for one snap on special teams. Yeah, that's not a good look. Get Ionitis, put in NJs, and have Wilson stand up permanently. Ooh, interessante. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. On the way out, if you haven't already, let me close the thing real quick. There we go. No, that's not it. On the way out, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Right here in the House at Hammer, built by the nation for the nation, Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is back and on the rise. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. Shout out to Raider DTJ on becoming a new subscriber on the way out. Much love. It doesn't go unrecognized. But as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. Peace, love, and positivity. I'm out.